Hi everybody, a very warm welcome to my channel, which is Nelly the Narcissist, or Nelly not the Narcissist if you're new. I'm not a narcissist, but my channel, it started with comedy skits and Nelly is my character. And for anybody that hasn't seen those comedy skits, then I'm linking everything in the description box below. And if you want to know a little bit more about me as a person, as a creator, then I have a playlist on here dedicated to this. And my playlist, actually, I've got a whole different range of them, and anything that you want to see, you can go over there and find. So in today's video, I was asked a question recently by a viewer who said, when the narcissist is around me, why do I have such bad thoughts and impulses and even fantasies to do the narcissist harm, to even red rum them? And this viewer was asking, has the entities, these demonic attachments that are affecting the narcissist and influencing them, now influencing me as well? Or do I have these attachments going on? So I'm going to be answering this question today, and I think it's highly nuanced. And obviously, if you've been through this yourself, if you've experienced something similar, then please do drop a comment below, because also it can really help other viewers that tune in. And also, please help me to get this message out to more people that might need to hear it by liking, sharing with anybody that you think it might help, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. So getting into the video now, this particular viewer was concerned and wondered whether evil or demonic entities were affecting them. And I'd like to unpack it because yes, we can be influenced by the negative energies and energetic attachments that narcissists carry. At the end of the day, we are energetic beings and everything is energy. Every single thing has a vibrational level. Thoughts, what we see, what we listen to, what we read, what we watch, even, what we eat. All of the above affects our vibrational frequency. Remember that narcissists are highly, highly sick and unwell individuals, and associating with the mentally unwell and the evil is obviously going to completely drain our energy and be like drinking poison every single day. This is a sick environment, and we need to become aware basically of the best practices for energetic hygiene. And Paramahansa Yogananda once said, beware the company that you keep, because you become it. And he is basically saying, be careful of people we associate and spend time with, especially the most time with, even share an environment with, because we will become like them. And I'm not saying that we become narcissists or we turn into bad people. I mean that if we have narcissists or psychopaths in our everyday life, they are going to severely affect us negatively. They're going to bring us down. We won't raise them, they will lower us. And Yogananda was encouraging people to therefore keep good company and seek people that are loving and kind and hopefully not chaotic, that are uplifting for your spirit and positive. We want light, bright, beautiful people, not dark, dank, and disturbed individuals. Yogananda also warned, if you permit your thoughts to dwell on evil, you're going to become ugly. And this means basically that what we surround ourselves with, including the toxic people, can certainly drag our vibration down. Depending on who you spend time with or share an environment with, it will affect your energy and your state of being. That's how good people get pulled down. They might not be, verbally or physically encouraged to descend, but just from being around that vibrational frequency of a negative person, it can drag you down. So exposure to a narcissist, particularly a malignant narcissist, has a huge impact on our energy and our well-being. And I've spoken so many times about how these individuals can physically make us sick. Also mentally, emotionally, and yes, spiritually. They weigh on us like a virus, and their energy is thick, dense, and dark. And the more malignant they are, the heavier that energy becomes and the sicker it gets. And I don't believe this is unique to me, because I've seen it countless times in survivors' experiences. We're all like radios with these invisible antennas, and we pick up stations that match our frequency. Now, a narcissist, they've tuned low. They can't receive frequencies of love and peace, but their negative dense station overrides ours. That's why When you're down, it takes everything in you to climb out of that darkness. Now, a narcissist has a very negative frequency, so they're tuned to very low vibrations. They cannot receive higher frequencies of love and peace and joy and all the positive emotions. They cannot. So what happens when you're in an environment around them, they start to suppress our own positive feelings and access to them. They literally bring us into the same darkness and density that they live within. Be very careful of the company that you keep, because you become it. That's truth on an energetic level. So when you're consistently around somebody that's vibrating in negativity, like a narcissist, you start to take on that energy without even realizing it. Not because that you're weak, but because we're energetic beings. So we absorb and we attune and we can be affected by other people's frequencies. This is why, even without direct, verbal abuse, just sharing space with a narcissist can bring you down mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. This is how it works. And you will know, if you're familiar with my channel and my work, that I do believe that we are souls, we're spirits having a human experience. So I believe that there's way more going on than what our eyes can often see. And so when we get into a negative frame of mind, now our thoughts will affect how we feel, and how we feel will massively affect our vibration that's going on. And when we start to go lower and lower into darkness, into negativity, you will know, if you've been here, which most of you have, if you've done battle with a malignant narcissist and you've been in that destruction that they have caused you, you know when you are down on the floor, as low as possibly you can go, that they leave you. It takes everything in your power to claw yourself back up. Because when you're down, it's like this massive dark cloud that's on top of you and keeps pressing on you. And it takes so much to break through. It's very hard to see the light from that particular position. We have to do everything in our power to reach for it again and to break out of that darkness. In my view, the negative or even demonic forces, whatever you want to call it, the complete antithesis of love and God, want to keep us shrouded in that darkness. And the narcissist is no different, because they need you kept down or else they will lose control. And that ability to rise, that is how you win. Because when you're on the higher spiritual and energetic frequencies, you tune into positive impulses, not the negative. You tune into God. And in those higher spiritual states, those negative entities can't latch onto you. But when you're low, they absolutely can. So when this subscriber asked if they are possibly being, influenced by the narcissist's mental suggestion, some mind control, or even if it is, a spiritual force, a negative demonic attachment, it's not only possible, it is quite common, especially if you are a sensitive or empathetic person, because thoughts are energy after all, and we feel them. A narcissist can function basically like a red rummer. They're chaotic, they're destructive, they're driven by dark forces, and they can affect you in so many ways. But equally, if you develop a violent wish towards them, it's often a natural defense mechanism, actually, because you're being driven to personal destruction. This totally also sounds like reactive abuse, because it's a sign that they're not healthy for you in your life. These thoughts, wanting them deleted, they can be your survival instincts kicking in. Obviously, no actual violence is ever healthy, but the message isn't harm them. It's you need to get away, physically, emotionally, and energetically from their disease. And if these violent thoughts occur only around the narcissist, but not around anybody else, then the message is very clear. You must get out, and you must stay out, because staying is unhealthy. If a narcissist triggers you to do harm, then they win, especially when they can cast themselves as a victim, you see. So whether it's reactive abuse or energetic influence from spiritual negative forces, or all of it, the truth is, it's damaging to you, and you need distance. When someone is relentlessly abusive, it is natural for resentment and mental energy to accumulate, and emotional energy, especially if you have stayed silent or disassociated for your survival. That bullying energy eventually explodes. And that's not a failure. It is your spirit calling you towards your freedom. And the fantasy of red rum, it might shock you, but it is that signal you're in an extremely bad situation. It's not rational, but it is your emotional system telling you that you have to leave, basically. For many, the external constraints, whether it's financial or it's fear or logistics, it makes leaving impossible or feel impossible. So the violence stays internal, but know that it's still this megaphone that's inside of your mind saying, I need to get out. And this isn't to say you have literal demons attached to you, but yes, negative entities tend to dwell where negativity lives. And the more unbalanced you are internally, the more susceptible you are going to be to these kinds of suggestions. Even if they don't become actions, they are still poisoning your inner world because they're dragging you deeper into darkness and making it harder for you to access light. This happens in environments with narcissists, particularly malignant narcissists. They are so unhealthy for us in mind, body, and spirit. They do make us very sick. And if we're not getting sick physically, we are getting sick mentally. And these kinds of thoughts, these negative thoughts and wishes to do the narcissist harm, is really a signpost. This is a bad situation for you to be living within. And also, it points to the abusive conditions that you're being subjected to. So whatever is happening, whether it's internal or external, the result is literally the same. Your thoughts are revealing your environment, and it's deeply unhealthy. So if you are having these kinds of thoughts, these dark, intrusive, intense, negative thoughts, is not proof that you're evil or broken or possessed. It's proof that your soul is suffocating an environment that's deeply unhealthy for you. There are alarm bells from your spirit telling you it's not safe. This is not love, and this is not where you're meant to be. You don't need to carry shame for how your nervous system basically responds to torment and is trying to protect you. But you were never ever meant to live in fight or flight. You're meant to live in freedom, in love, and in peace. And here's the truth. You don't win by hurting them. You win always by freeing yourself. You win by rising to a vibrational level that's so high that they can no longer affect you or touch you. And any influence that they might have going on can't reach you. The only remedy is to get away, reclaim your health, your balance, and your peace. Because narcissists, like all darkness, they lose their power in the presence of light. So these are my thoughts on this particular subject, and I really hope that it's been helpful to you. If it has, if it resonates, if you'd like to share your experience or what you think, then please do. Feel free to leave a comment below. And also, I just want to say a big thank you again to everybody that is part of this wonderful community of survivors. Thank you so much for helping me to grow my channel, to do the things that I do, to continue making my videos. Thank you for liking, sharing, interacting, commenting, donating. You are so helping to get these messages out and circulating with this YouTube algorithm, because it can help me to find other people and other survivors that are searching for this kind of information. Thank you so much. I don't know you personally or individually, but I really thank the support that you're giving me to help me to get these messages out to more people and to grow. For now, thank you so much for watching. Take care, sending love, and I'll see you all again next week.